Hello students, I have solved one example of LPP graphically in the previous video. Now look at the second example. Maximize z is equal to 5x plus 3y subject to these constraints. We have to find the maximum value of the objective function z. We follow the same steps which we have used in the previous example. What are the steps? We solve the inequalities one by one. First we write the equation of the line of each of the inequalities. We find the points on the line, then draw the line passing through these points. After drawing the line, find the solution region of the inequality. After solving each of the inequalities, we find the feasible region, that is, the common region satisfying all the inequalities. Then evaluate the value of the objective function z at each corner point of the feasible region. If the feasible region is bounded, then the largest value of z at the corner point of feasible region will be the maximum value and the smallest value of z will be the minimum value of z. These are the steps to be followed. Now look at this example. The first inequality is 3x plus 5y is less than or equal to 15. For this, we first write the equation of the line. This can be done by replacing the inequality sign with the equality. Now we have to find the points on this line. For that, substitute x as 0 in this equation. When x is 0, the first term will become 0. Then the equation will be 5y is equal to 15. This implies y is equal to 15 upon 5, which is 3. Similarly, substitute y is equal to 0 in this equation. The second term will become 0. Then the equation will be 3x is equal to 15. 3x is equal to 15. Then x is equal to 15 divided by 3, which is equal to 5. The line passes through the points 0, 3 and 5, 0. We have to draw the line in the graph sheet. We will draw this later. First we will solve all the inequalities. After drawing the line, we have to find the solution region, that is either towards the origin or away from the origin. For that, we substitute the origin x as 0 and y as 0 in the inequality. This inequality will become 3 into 0 plus 5 into 0 is less than or equal to 15. 0 is less than or equal to 15, which is true. Then the origin is satisfying the inequality. The solution region includes the origin. Therefore, the solution region lies towards the origin. We have solved first inequality. Now, the second inequality is 5x plus 2y is less than or equal to 10. For the second inequality, the equation of the line is 5x plus 2y is equal to 10. Now we find the points on the line. Put x is equal to 0 in the equation. When x is 0, the first term will become 0. The equation will take the form 2y is equal to 10. Then y is equal to 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Similarly, put y is equal to 0 in the equation. Then the second term will become 0. And the equation takes the form 5x is equal to 10. X is equal to 10 divided by 5. X is equal to 2. Then the line passes through the points x0, y5, 0, 5 and x2, y0, 2, 0. We draw the line passing through these points. Then we have to find the solution region for this inequality. We substitute x as 0 and y as 0 in the inequality. Put x is 0 and y is 0 in the inequality. 5x plus 2y is less than or equal to 10. 5 into 0 plus 2 into 0 is less than or equal to 10. 0 is less than or equal to 10 is true. The origin is satisfying the inequality. Then the solution region includes the origin. The solution region lies towards the origin. We have solved the second inequality also. Now, in the given question, there are two more inequalities. They are non-negative constraints. Both x and y greater than or equal to 0. This is possible only in the first quadrant. So we write, since x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0, the feasible region lies in the first quadrant. We have written the solution of all the inequalities. Now we plot the graph. Look at the graph. I had drawn x and y axis. As the feasible region lies in the first quadrant, we only consider the first quadrant, so I had drawn the first quadrant in a large size and these are the remaining quadrants. I have marked the points 1 to 6 on the x-axis and 1 to 6 on the y-axis. How many points we have to mark here? This can be determined by observing the solution. Look at the solution. For the first equation, x can take the value 5 on the x-axis. For the second equation of line, x can take the value 2 on the x-axis. Comparing the value 2 and 5, the maximum is 5. So it is enough to mark the points up to 5 on the x-axis. Or you can take one extra point. Mark up to 6. So I have marked the point 1 to 6 on the x-axis. Similarly, for y, in the first equation, y takes the value 3 on the y-axis and it takes the value 5 for the second equation. Among these values 5 and 3, 5 is maximum. So it is enough to mark the point up to 5 on the y-axis, or we may take one extra point up to 6 on the y-axis. I have marked the points 1 to 6 on the y-axis. Now let us mark the points on the line. The first line passes through the points 0, 3 and 5, 0. When x is 0, y is 3, x 0, y 3, this is the point. Second point is 5, 0. When x is 5, y is 0. X is 5, y is 0, this is the point. We have to draw the line passing through these 2 points. Before that, look at the inequality. The given inequality is slack inequality. Equality is also included. So the equation of the line is also included. We draw a solid line in the graph. Let us draw the line. I had drawn the line. This line is not restricted only to these points. This line extends beyond the points up to infinity. So we mark this line by arrow. This says that the line extends up to infinity. For the second line, the equation of the second line is here. And the line passes through the points 0, 5. When x is 0, y is 5. X 0, y is 5. Here is the point. And another point is 2, 0. When x is 2, y is 0. This is the point. Also, the inequality is a slack inequality. The line is also included. So we draw a solid line. Now I will draw the line joining these 2 points. I had drawn the second line and marked the arrow. which says that the line extends up to infinity. Now we have to determine the solution region of each of the inequalities. This is the line of first inequality and this is the line of second inequality. To identify the lines, we can write the equation of the corresponding lines in the graph. For the first line, the equation of the first line is 3x plus 5y is equal to 15. I'll write the equation here below that line. 3x plus 5y is equal to 15. For the second line, the equation is 5x plus 2y is equal to 10. I'll write the equation here. 5x plus 2y is equal to 10. This is not compulsory to write the equation. For our convenience, we are writing the equation so that we can easily identify the line for a particular inequality. Now the first inequality, the solution region lies towards the origin. The region lying towards the origin of the line is the region lying below the line. So this will be the solution region for the first inequality. For the second inequality, the solution region lies towards the origin. So for the second inequality, the region lying towards the origin is this region. So this is the solution region for the second inequality. Now observe here, the common region satisfying both of the inequalities is below the both of the lines, because this region satisfies the second inequality but it doesn't satisfy the first inequality. Similarly, this region satisfies the first inequality but it doesn't satisfy the second one. This is the only region satisfying both of the inequalities. This is the common region. And also we have a non-negative constraints which says that the feasible region lies in the first quadrant. We restrict this feasible region in this area only in the first quadrant. Now I'll shade this feasible region. This is the feasible region lying in the first quadrant below both of the lines, and we rub this shaded part. I have rubbed the other shaded part. This is the feasible region. You can write it here as the feasible region. This is also not compulsory to write. Now we mark the corner points of the feasible region. The corner points are here. You can mark this as O, A, B, C, or you can mark in this way O, A, B, C. I'll mark it this point as A and this is B and here it is C. The coordinates of the point A are 0, 3. 0, 3. We do not know the coordinates of B. You can identify this by observing the graph, or the point B is the point of intersection of these two lines. So on solving the equation of these two lines, we get the exact coordinates of B. The coordinates of the point C is 2, 0 and coordinates of origin is 0, 0. So the feasible region is O, A, B, C. Also you can observe here this region is bounded. So I have written the feasible region is O, A, B, C, which is bounded. Now we have to find the coordinates of the point B on solving the equation of these two lines. Let us consider the equation of the first line as equation 1. The equation of the second line as equation 2. The coefficients of x and y in equation 2 are 5 and 2. In equation 1, the coefficients are 3 and 5. The coefficients are not equal. So to solve the equations, either multiply 3 to the equation 2 and phi to the equation 1, so that the coefficients of x will be equal, and on subtracting we can cancel the variable x and we can find the value of y. Or multiply phi to the equation 2 and 2 to the equation 1, on subtracting y get cancelled and we can find the value of x. Here I'll multiply phi to equation 2 and 2 to equation 1 and subtract. Observe here, multiplying phi to equation 2 minus 2 to equation 1. Equation 2 is here, phi x plus 2y is equal to 10. Multiplying phi to this gives phi into phi 25x plus 2 into phi 10y is equal to 10 into 5 50. I'll write it here, 25x plus 10y is equal to 50. Similarly, multiply 2 to the equation 1. Equation 1 is here, 2 into 3 6x, 2 into 5 10y, 2 into 15 that is 30. 6x plus 10y is equal to 30. We are subtracting second equation from this one, so I'll change the sign. 25 minus 6 is 19x, 10y get cancelled, this will be 0, it is equal to 50 minus 30 20. 19x equal to 20, then x is equal to 20 divided by 19. Substitute the value of x in either equation 1 or equation 2. Substituting, x is equal to 20 divided by 19 in equation 1, we get equation 1 is 3x plus 5y is equal to 15. Then this will become 3 into x, the value of x is 20 by 19 plus 5y is equal to 15. 3 into 20 is 60 by 19 plus 5y is equal to 15. 5y is equal to 15 minus 60 divided by 19. LCM is here 19. Numerator will be 15 into 19, which is 285 minus 60. 285 minus 60 is 225 divided by 19. 5y is equal to 225. Then y is equal to 225 divided by 19 into 5. 5 ones are 5, 45 are, then y is equal to 45 divided by 19. These are the coordinates of the point B. Coordinates of the point B is x coordinate is 20 by 19 and y coordinate is 45 by 19. The corner points of the feasible region are, one is origin with the coordinate 0, 0. Another point is A. The coordinates of A are 0, 3. Next point is B. The coordinates of B are 20 by 19 and 45 by 19. And the last point C, the coordinates of C are 2, 0. Now the next step is to evaluate the value of the objective function z at each of these corner points. So we draw the table with two columns. One is for corner points, another is for the value of z. For the first point, substitute x as 0 and y as 0 in the equation of z. The equation will become 0 plus 0, which is 0. The value of z will be 0 at the origin. For the second point, put x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 3 in the equation of z. X is 0, then the first term will be 0. For the value of y 3 into 3 will be 9. The value of z will be 9. For the third point, put x is equal to 20 by 19 and y is equal to 45 by 19 in this equation. I'll write it here. 5 into x in place of x, I'll write the x coordinate 20 by 19 plus 3 into y. 3 into y is here 45 by 19. 5 into 20 is 100 divided by 19 plus 3 into 45 is 135 divided by 19. Denominators are equal in both of the term, so we directly add the numerator. 100 plus 135 is 235 by 19, which is approximately equal to 12 point something. I'll write the value of z 235 by 19. And for the last corner point 2, 0, put x as 2 and y as 0. For the y 0, second term will be 0. For x equal to 2, 5 into 2, the value of z will be 10. Now the question is to find the maximum value of z. We have to find the maximum value of z. Also, the feasible region in the graph is bounded. This region is bounded. So we know that if the feasible region is bounded, then the maximum value of z will be the largest value of z obtained at the corner point. Here the largest value is 235 by 19 because it is nearly 12. So this is the maximum value. So we conclude that the maximum value of z is 235 by 19 at the point 20 by 19, 45 by 19. This completes the solution of the given problem.